Yeah, I'm Christine. I'm one of the two co-founders of Blue Lobster. Well, we exclusively work with low-impact fishermen. They are using what's categorized as low-impact gear, and we're basically relying on, there are different low-impact fishing unions. One is called LIFE, the Low Impact Fishers of Europe, which is an umbrella organization that has many of the low-impact unions underneath it, and they basically have a list of like what counts as low-impact gear, but basically the requirement is that it doesn't damage the ocean. So it can be gill nets that hang down and the fish just swim in. That's mostly what the fishermen we work with use. So they go out the night before, they place the nets, and then they come back the next morning and they see what swam in. We've also started to work with some fishermen in the Faroe Islands, and they're using long line. It's just more conducive to the geography over there. The water is really deep and it gets deep really fast, so it's quite an efficient way to fish. We could also be working with pelagic trawlers, so that's mid-level trawling. So it's still active, the boat is still moving, but it's scooping kind of like well above any of the ecosystem and the plants and where the fish are, their little habitats. And then for like shellfish and langoustines, these little crabs and things, it's mostly like pots or traps that they put down. They're also on a line, but they just lay on the ocean floor, and they leave them and then they come back and get them again. We're in a really tricky position when we started because we raised an investment round just before COVID hit, and we had started off with restaurants. We were making a connection between the local fishermen and the restaurants who cared about sustainability, and we could also bring this storytelling element to them because as we basically took on the onus of being the first buyers, which meant that we needed to do the reporting for the quotas to the ministry. And they match it with what the fishermen reports that they landed. But it's also really nice storytelling for the restaurants and then onto the customers. But then Corona hit and all the restaurants had to close down. So I think we've gone through quite a few iterations of how do we reach the goal of moving the industry towards sustainable practices. And not all of them have been successful. I think once the restaurants started closing, there seemed to be this big private customer box companies started to really be doing well. So we tried to get into that a bit, but it was really tricky because we are asking the fishermen to pack the boxes themselves. And it's a rare fisherman that wants to pack many small boxes. So we tried that for a little while and we still have an option there, but I don't think that that's the way to actually really address the problem.